was a good ult. And still they're blue on the way out. At this point it's 14-1. This game's pretty much over. So I'll keep watching it through lane phase, but I probably won't watch the team fights because it doesn't matter what you do when you're this far ahead, this early. Just go back to base and buy if you want to, or stay in lane. You both have enough HP and mana that you can stay, and you still have 4 sites and stacks. So you should have actually dropped a ward at Dragon as you were leaving it, and then put another ward in Tribush, because you don't really have any vision right now. And turn on to Ezreal. And you can dive Ezreal right now if Draven comes. WE. Flash for a Q. Yeah, good. Yeah, that was really well done. The reason is that you saw him Eve from this little Tribush into lane, so that means that you could dive him immediately. Okay, so you lock it first. That's okay. I would just want Australia's because you're so far ahead that you just want to be able to kill them. So Australia's is just additional gap closing that you have beyond your already good gap closing. So just go for a quick Australia's. Or Nagus is also fine. A locket isn't a bad item. I just think that Australia's would help you kill them more effectively now since Draven's what? Yeah, Draven's 10-0, like, just make it easier for him to kill them. And now that this tower is down, you shouldn't be bot anymore. Like, he can honestly probably 1 versus 2 them at this point. He has BT, and he's starting his Zeal to Ezreal's Zeal and Phage, so he's actually not, he doesn't have as many items as I expected him to, but that's fine. His CS is actually really low. You should have a lot more CS than that, given how far ahead you are, but I guess you're leaving lane a lot, so. But yeah, you don't want to be bot anymore.
Executed.
Okay, they're like not even trying anymore. But the thing is that if you stay bot with your carry and the enemy bot lane starts to roam, then even though you started out way far ahead of their bot lane, their team is actually ahead overall on the map right now. Drop a ward over so you can chase him. Like you still have the sights on sides, you still have 2 more sights on wards, so you can drop a ward over to see which way he went, and then you can get an E. You could have used a Heimer. Drop an ult, yeah. You should have CC'd Heimerdinger earlier than that. But yeah, like I was saying, so yeah, you're far ahead of their bot lane, but you guys are staying bot and doing nothing while their bot lane is having presence on the map, and if they're not just suiciding a Baron and they're actually like trying to take towers, like that's what happens, like in the win lane lose game, sort of thing. Like you didn't lose bot lane, they did lose bot lane, so they're gonna end up ahead for that reason. So I guess you're going for a Warden's Mail, I would go for Australia's. And a Ruby Sightstone, like, you should really be getting Ruby Sightstones earlier in both of these games. I'd go over to Ezreal. Rammus definitely has a Sona kill. Like, when you see Rammus coming in, like, you know that he's going to be able to pick up Sona. So just go fight with Draven and go kill Ezreal. It turned out that you got Ezreal anyway, but I would have gone for the carry there instead of the support. Just because you knew that Rammus 100% had Sona. Also, Ezreal's worth slightly more gold than Sona, but both of them are worth pretty much nothing at this point. And again, drop a ward over the side so that you actually see him. That's fine, but like, it's a good habit to be in because a lot of the time you will end up like actually losing the kill because you weren't able to land that E. You should have beat onto him. Like, he should have been 100% dead from eating into you guys like that. Turn on your W when you're turret diving. You want to engage now. You got an ult down on all of them. That ult could have been like a second earlier, but that was still good. Okay, so this game's pretty much over now, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop watching it. But in the two games you did pretty well. I think you need to be a lot more aggressive in laning, especially against Sona. If it's against like a Lulu or a Taric or something, then you need to not jump in all the time. But against Sona in particular, Leona can just jump on Sona constantly, and pre-6 there's basically nothing that Sona can do about it. So just jump on the support, exhaust the carry. If the carries aren't in cleanse, you CC the support, exhaust the carry, kill the support. Is pretty much the formula for killing Sona as Leona. Especially because Draven has so much early damage. So you did engage a few times, and that was pretty good. And you didn't miss very many E's, which is also really good. But you should have been engaging a lot more frequently. So I'd say work on that, and I think you need to work on your item builds a little bit. They're not bad item builds, but you should be reacting to the situations a lot more. I think like think about, why do I want to lock it right now, as opposed to Australia's, for example. And if the answer is, oh well, I think that a lock is actually bringing more utility, then sure, go for a locket. But in this case, I definitely think that Australia's would have been better because you were just killing them over and over again. Especially since you had already gotten the Philostone. I don't know if you were trying to build Elisa's again this game, but I hope you weren't, because I don't think that Elisa's... Oh, oops. Sorry, my push to talk is the same as restart the game. But I don't think that Elisa's is a very good item unless you have one of the summoner spells that it affects. Or if you really, really need the mana regen. You could just really, really need the mana regen, and then you could do it if you're very far ahead. Just because the slot goes away. So yeah, overall, pretty good. You're good at hitting your skill shots. I just think that you need to attempt them a lot more often, and you'll start to improve a lot with Leona. So good job.